Hello, good morning. How are you all? Good morning, and how are you all? I hope you're all doing well.
Good morning, mentor. Yes, we are all doing well.
Yeah, that's great. So adding the Telegram and this thing normally worries my network. Okay, so let's see. Good morning, YouTube. I hope you are doing well. So if you join the live stream, kindly give a like. You give a like on the stream. Just click on the thumbs up. Give a like. All right. So another day, another day, another dollar to be made. All right. So this week, one thing is, if you are not careful, you are going to end up being in a losing streak, because the market is very, very volatile and it's disrespecting structure just like that. So yesterday yesterday on USDCHF, you were expecting price to, you were having a strong zone at this point that you were expecting price to respect, but it ended upwards, breaking the structures. So the way things are going, if you are not careful this week, you might end upwards. You might end up being a losing streak. So you need to be very, very patient. So yesterday, for instance, I was tempted to take a sell on GBP USD, but I said this thing doesn't meet my trading plan, so let me be patient with it, and I was just patient. Okay, so let's analyze GBP USD. I think I'm seeing a short sell on GBP USD. So let's analyze it and see. So on GBP USD, on the monthly time frame, we are having a resistance over here at the monthly time frame. So be fast because the H1 candle is about to close. On the daily time, on the weekly time frame, it's still on a downtrend. On the daily time frame, it's still a downtrend. So you're having a structure over here at the daily time frame. So let me zoom in for us to get it well. At the daily time frame. So when you come to the H4 time frame, so price is currently hitting on this strong area of interest. You get it? Price is currently hitting on this strong area of interest. So we have support over here. So when it comes to the daily time frame, is a downtrend. You get it? But currently, price is on this consolidation level. It's on this strong area of interest. Price is currently on what? A support level. You get it? Price is currently on a support level. So when it comes to the H4 time frame, this is how price was doing. It made lower low, retested, made 100% retracement, made some pullbacks. You get it? So if you watch the H4 candle, you can see it well, or you can see it. It has been clearly what indicate it. You are seeing it clearly that what the previous H4 candle broke. The previous H4 candle broke this thing. The previous candle, it broke that level. The body of the candle has broken the level. You get it? It has broken the level. So let's make sure. So this is the level that we drew on the daily time frame. So if you come to H4, you can see the H4 candle has the body of the candle has broken below. Okay, it has broken below. But looking at the zone is not that big. It's like 10 pips. And if you are using standard accounts, you need to make sure you are taking out spread from it. So if you take spread from it, it's going to be like 2 pips. Looking at the take profits, this in case maybe, but before you have to wait for the candle to close below. Okay, because this daily candle, H4 though has broken, H4 has broken. You get it? H4 has broken. You need to wait for H1 candle to break below before we can take, because we are trend followers. Okay, we are trend followers. We follow the trend, what the higher time frame is looking at. So sometimes you might be getting some minor pullbacks, but we are not interested in that, because looking at the higher time frame structure, the higher time frame is what? A downtrend. You are having a tradable zone for price to get filled. Looking at the daily time frame, the daily time frame too is what? A downtrend. You get it? You're having a support over here. You're having a support over here. We're having a support over here at the daily time frame. The daily time frame is a downtrend. H4 time frame too is a downtrend. So when I see something of this sort, I'm not going to go against what the majority of the market, majority of the trend is doing. I'm just going to follow what the majority of the time frames are doing. You get it? So for me to take a sell, for me to take this short sell, we're having a short sell over here. I need to wait for candle. You get it? I need to wait for candle to close below this point. You get it? I need to wait for the candle. I need to wait for the H4 candle to the H1 candle to close below this one, because this is what daily. This is daily zone. This is daily level. You get it? It's a very strong level. So for me to take a sell, I need to wait for the candle to close below. The next candle flipping. So the next candle flipping is going to be the break of what? This H4 high. Okay. So now we are going to get confirmation that H4 candle is going to what? H4 candle is going to shift structure to what? A downtrend. You get it? So when you talk about structure, when candle break the tip and the dip, a shift structure. So I have to wait for the candle to break the shift structure before I would take a sell. You get it? So now I'm going to wait for the candle to close this H. You need to make sure what you need to make sure you are going to seek a confirmation. You need to allow the market to give you first hand. Okay, so the first hand that I'm talking about is what? Wait for the candle to since you are going to buy, you need to wait for the candle to what? To show you a bearish candle. The candles that you are seeing over here are all bullish candles. Why do you want to sell? Even though the overall trend is what? A downtrend. Okay, the high time frame trend is a downtrend. But now the candles are showing you bullish candle, and you said you want to sell. If you move to the 30-minute time frame, we are seeing what? Bullish candles. So it tells you that it is not time yet. Okay, so we are going to take a sell when the H4 candle starts flipping what? Bearish, and the H1 candle what? Close below this level, then we take a sell to target this zone. Okay, but because when you look at the daily time frame, the overall the tradable zone is what? Through to this side. Okay, the tradable zone is to this side. If you move to the H4, yesterday you wanted to take a sell and you target this zone, but it didn't happen. It ended up what? Moving up, closing around the side. So now we are going to be waiting. So if I get a trade, if I get an entry, maybe I'm going to hold it to this side. Okay, if I get an entry, if the price gives me an entry, maybe I'll be holding it to the daily level. Okay, I'll not be closing it around this side. So let's see. But before that, as I said, you need to wait for the candle to close, the H1 candle to close. Let the market give you a first hand. So the first hand is to be the bearish candle. So let's wait for the bearish candle, the market to show us a bearish candle, close around this side as we did the other time. This is what I'll be waiting for. So I want to see something like this before. So I normally, so this point, I'm going to break even around this side since the pip range is not that big. So you don't just take trades, you don't just execute because because you are seeing this thing. You need to always make sure you are making the you are being patient for the market to what? Give you a first hand. Okay, so let the market give you a first hand. Now the candles you are seeing over here are all hot. They are all bullish candles, so we can't take a sell. We need to wait for a bearish candle for the candle to close below this one, because H4 has already broken and closed. Even though it wasn't all that clear, but H4 has already broken and closed. So when you come to the H1 time frame, one candle, why is the next thing? So the H1 candle has broken above this one. You get it? So the safer side is for us to wait for the candle to break below this one before we can go forward. Before we can go for a sell. Okay, but for the meantime, I'm not interested in a buy. Okay, I'm not interested in the buy because majority of the time frames are all what? A downtrend. Okay, so I don't have to go against what the majority of the time frames, what the big players are doing. I don't have to be going against that. So this is what I'm going to expect on GBP USD. So since it hasn't happened, let me analyze it well for you people to see. So when we come to the monthly time frame, as I indicated at the time, when you come to the monthly time frame, this is the monthly time frame. We're having a rejection over here, and one mistake you ever do as a trader is to go against the trend. Okay, so the reason why a lot of you, so if you go, do you know what it means by going against the trend? If you go against the trend, that means what? You are the wrong side of the market. You get it? You are at the wrong side of the market. So you need to make sure You are the right side. Being at the right side of the market means what? Following what the majority of what? Following what the majority of uh, following what the majority of traders are doing. You get it? So the monthly time frame, it's what? An uptrend. We are not going to be focusing on the monthly time frame because with the monthly time frame, it normally takes a long time for it to what play out, because one candle takes a month for it to play out. So we are not going to be focusing on the monthly time frame. But what it's important over here is what the various levels, so that you are not going to be trapped in buying at a support and selling at a resistance. You are not going to be trapped into that. So we are interested in what? The support and resistances. So when you move to the weekly time frame, you can see the weekly time frame is a downtrend. Okay, the weekly time frame, weekly time frame is what? A downtrend. So now you're having a tradable zone over here. It seems like you're having this hidden line are not that important, but let's plot it. It might what daily or H4 time frame, any of the time frame lower than the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame is what? The weekly time frame is a downtrend. If you can see, we had what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the moment the candle broke below this one, it shifted structure to what? A downtrend. You get it? So now the structure at the weekly time frame, the moment it broke here, it broke and it came down to break this level, structure shifted to what? A downtrend. So now currently price is what? In a downtrend at the moment. Price is in a downtrend at the moment. So when you move to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is what? The daily time frame is a downtrend. The daily time frame too is also a downtrend. So you can see it over here. Hope you can see the daily time frame is also a downtrend. Okay, so plotting out your various levels, you're having a level over here. You're having a level over here. You get it? Having a level over here. And when it comes to this side too, we are having a level over here. So moving to the H4 time frame. So you see the hidden line we drew is what? It's falling on the H4 level. You get it? It's falling on the H4 level. So when you come to the H1 time frame, so H42 is what? A downtrend. You get it? This one broke, it broke the low, it broke the high. Then to what? A downtrend, made a pullback, consolidating. So when the price made a pullback, we're expecting price to come to this side, but it happens to be consolidating before. So it hasn't gotten to that leg, the lower low. Okay. So I'm expecting price to. So this is the point you want to make a decision. Now you're having a key level over here. You can lean on. So you need to wait for what? So the H12 is what? A downtrend. So when you see something like this, why do you want to buy? Why do you want to buy? All the time frames are hot. I'm not saying it can buy. It can buy. But for you to be at the right to, for you to be at the safer side, why do you want to buy at the market when you like? Why do you want to buy a market like that? Structure, structure is the key. You get it? Structure is the key. H12 is a downtrend. M30 is what? A downtrend. So all the time frames from weekly time frame to daily time frame, they are all downtrend. So why do you want to buy? The only thing that will make you buy is maybe the market has gotten to the H1 has broken. The H1 has broken what? The H1 has broken above this level. Okay, that's the only that's the only explanation you can give it to me. Aside that, the buy doesn't make sense. Okay, aside that, the buy doesn't make sense. So now, as I'm saying, I have to wait for I have to wait for what? I have to wait for candle structure to also shift. So now what I'm going to be waiting for is what? I want to see the market giving me a first. Now the first time is going to be, I want to see this candle. I want to see this candle creating or closing a bearish candle, okay, below this one. So when it forms a bearish candle, it's going to be the break of what? It's going to be the break of the low, okay, of this one, okay. Then I'll take a sell. But for the meantime, it can buy, but I'm not interested in the buy for now because all the time frames are down. Why should I have to buy? Okay, so I'm not interested in the buy. I don't base my decision on levels. Okay, my decision making is what my bias for the day is based on the market structure, what the structure is telling me, where the market is heading to, the wave. Okay, that's what normally I rely on. So that's what I'm waiting for today. When it closes bearish, then maybe we'll be looking for a sell. Okay, you'll be looking for a sell. Then you look for a sell. So the candle should flip, maybe landing open. You might be seeing something of that sort. So when the candle close below, now the only thing hindering this price to move down is this level. So you just have to wait for confirmation. The confirmation is going to be when the candle break below this level. Okay, when the candle break and close below this one, you're not going to be impulsive. You need to wait for the candle to close. So it's left with 40 something minutes for the candle to close. So you need to be patient and wait. Okay, so you see how you have to trade. So if you look at the 30-minute candle, you see the size or the body of the 30-minute candle. I hope you are seeing the size of the 30-minute. You are seeing what exhaustion candles. So this is an indication that if you are seeing the upper wick and the lower wick, you can see it clearly that what the upper wick is longer than the lower wick. So this should tell you that buyers are losing control in the market. If a candle gives you something on what a strong area of interest, it tells you that buyers are losing control in the market. You get it? So, but you need to wait for the market to give us a first hand. So the first hand is going to be the candle to close below. Okay, let's wait for the candle to close below because we are having a strong area that we can rely on to take an entry. We are having a strong area. We're having a support flow over here. So it can buy, but I'm not interested in the buy for the meantime. You can get a pullback to this side, but I'm not interested in the buy for the meantime. I just want the candle to flip bearish, then I'll take a buy. You get it? Then I'll take a buy. I'll take a sell rather. That's what I'm looking out for. That's what I'm looking out for. Because even though the zone is not that big, let me see. Let me check out the zone. It's like okay, it's not bad. 15 pips. Taking spread maybe two pips out of it. Nah, the spread. So the zone is very small. So normally I like big ranges. I like to trade in big zones. 11 pips. If you take spread, if you are using, I know majority of you are using standard account. So standard account, they are going to take spread. Let's say the maximum is what 2 pips. So if you take 2 pips out of 10 pips, It's going to be 8 pips, which is very small. It's not worth it. But you, let's see, because the broader view is what I'm looking at price to come to this level. That's what I'll be looking out for. But you, let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if price is going to break below. By so as I'm saying, the only thing that is going to make price move up is this level. Okay, this level is what is going to make price move up, because it has gotten to a strong zone, so maybe it might move up. But I'm not interested in the buy. I'm not interested in a buy because majority of the time frames are down, 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 down. All the time frames are down. Okay, price, this H4 candle has broken below this key level. You get it? It has broken below this key level, and as price has broken below, price move from zone to zone. Price move from zone to zone, zone to zone, zone to zone. So as the candle has broken below this one, what are you expecting? We are expecting the next candle. So you are expecting the next candle to move to the next zone. You get it? You are expecting the next candle to move to the next zone. So that's what I'll be looking out for. So let's see GBP USD CHF. Since GBP USD hasn't aligned yet. So someone is saying, please, I want to ask, whilst using the Forex and crypto pairs, the daily opening candles are different. Whilst using the Forex and crypto pairs, the daily opening candles are different. The crypto pairs daily opens at 12, at 9, but the Forex pairs, oh yeah. So even with gold, the time gold opens is different from the Forex pairs. So it differs based on the asset class you are trading. You can check gold like this. The time that it opens is different. The time it closes is different from the time the currency. If you are trading gold USD, you can be checking it out. So it is different based on the asset class you are trading. And when it comes to the candle closure and the candle opening, it differs based on the broker you are dealing with, the platform you are dealing with. Okay, so it is different. Most of the brokers are having different timing. Okay, so the time it's candle open and close is based on the time that the brokers start operation. So when it comes to yesterday on USD CHF, this is what we were expecting. We were expecting price, you get it, to rate test on this level at the H4 time frame. Then this morning you would have taken a buy. That one. Let me check it over here. Yeah, so I was saying I was expecting this wick to get filled. So the wick filled exactly. But what I was expecting is to wait for price to hit on this level. Okay. Then this morning, maybe everything will be set and you will take a buy. But what happened is price ended up breaking below the zone, invalidating the H4 structure that you are targeting. It ended up breaking the candle ended up closing below this level. Okay, closing below this level, and it ended up invalidating the structure that you want to trade. So you see, you have to always wait for confirmation. So let me show you something. Yesterday I was tempted to take a sell on this one, GBP USD, when price, but I've developed to the extent or to a point in the market that I'm very, very patient based on my experience level. So in trading, don't give up when you are losing. You need to learn if you are losing. Okay, you need to learn. The reason why I'm very patient is because of my losses. You get it? Because of my previous losses. That is what has kept me that is what has made me very, very patient. So if you are losing in the market, just learn from it and keep on going. Keep on going. It will click. Okay, so yesterday I was tempted to take a sell, and something prompted me that I started checking out the confirmations, and I noticed it's not aligned. Where did I even see? Yeah, so you can see this candle. This is one of it's perfect for me to take a trade. Price broke, retested on a key level. You get it. Price has retested on a key level. I I could have taken a sell, okay, and we were having a bigger zone too. We were having a bigger zone for us to even take a trade on. So I would have even taken a sell over here. If you move to the lower time frame, that's where the entry was. So you see this candle close on this one. But one thing is what, before this candle close, one thing I noticed, what there was, what, a candle shift. There was a shift in candle structure. The moment this candle broke the ongoing candle, this ongoing candle break the previous candle tip, and I said, hmm, you don't have to rush the process, because if you move to the 30 minutes, by then the 30 minutes structure has shifted to a downtrend. So you see, the moment this candle closed, you see there was a nice structure over here shifting towards a downtrend. You know, the overall trend is what, a downtrend. Now the 30 minutes candle, 30 minutes time frame is what, confirming the structure shift. Okay, so I would have even taken a sell over here, but something prompted me that this is not how you normally take trade. Because if you check the H4 time frame, as I indicated, the H4 candle above this one. So it is telling you that what, structure has changed. Candle structure has changed. So the only way I'm going to take a sell is to either wait for the H4 candle to create a support. Then I'll look for what, a shift in structure at what, H1 time frame. So how I take my trades, I normally use structure candles. Okay, when it comes to my entry, I use structure candles. So this is how it goes. When you move to the H1 time frame, this is how it was moving. Like when you move to the H1 time frame, H4 time frame, this candle has broken below this one. So anytime a candle will break the tip or the dip, one thing you need to understand is what, there was a shift in structure. Okay, there was a shift in structure. So the moment I realized the H4 candle has broken below, okay, has broken below, I noticed that there was what, a shift in structure. So I have to be what, conservative. I need to be reserved. So when you move to the H1 time frame, this is what confused me. When you move to the H1 time frame, you notice that H1 candle has broken below. There was a resistance form at what, H1 time frame. You get it? There's a resistance form at H1 time frame. And when it comes to, I said you need to pay attention to structure comes first before candles. Structure comes first before candles. So when I was checking the structure, I noticed that what, this is the point the market shifted structure to an uptrend. No shifted yet. It's still an uptrend, even though this is just a minor pullback and the trend will continue. So all these things, I factored them into consideration. When you move to H4, there's what, a shift in structure. When you move to H4, there's a candle shift to an uptrend. When you move to H1, the trend is still uptrend. The only thing that was pushing me to take the sell is what, when you check this one, you can see what, there was a structure shift to a downtrend. But because of what, the H1 time frame, because of the H4 time frame has shifted structure to an uptrend, I what, I said let me wait for the H4 candle to create a support, because the H4 time frame is an uptrend. What I needed is what, so like the entry I took over here, you see this entry I took a sell at this point. You see the candle created a support over here I took. So I said let me wait for the same thing over here. Let me wait for the same thing. Let me wait for this candle to close bearish, then I'll take a sell. And this what's happened. The candle ended up what, breaking, closing bullish. Okay, so patience and understanding is very, very important in this game. You get it? It's very, very important in this game. So you need to study your past trades. If you study your past trades, you get to understand how the market behaves. Okay, so even though the one thing you have to notice, what, the lower time frames like the M30 and those things, structures are not all that respected. So you need to make sure you are what, you are taking it from what, the past, you are taking it from higher time frame, and you bring it to what, the lower time frame. So if you are seeing, yeah, you see how the candles are formed, exhaustion candles. So that means what, as you are seeing, You are seeing the exhaustion candles. So that means buyers are losing control, still losing control, but they are trying, since because of this level, it is making it very difficult for the candle to close below. You get it, making it very difficult because of the daily level. Okay, so levels too are very, very important. So that's why I'm saying I'm waiting for the candle I'm waiting for the candle to break below, then I'll take a sell. That's what I will be looking up to. Okay, so you need to always go with experience. Experience is very, very important. Okay, experience is very, very important. So the daily Forex candle, what time do they start? So as I said, the time the candle start depends on the broker you are using. Every broker is having every broker is having different time based on where it is located. Based on where it is located. So what is use of swap free? In excellence, I'm qualified for swap free, but I don't know how to use it. So swap free means what? You can hold trade overnight. It means you can hold trade overnight without charges. That's the meaning. Swap is charges that they charge you when you hold trade overnight. So what is they are trying to tell you is what you can hold trade overnight. You can be swinging trades with no charges. So the level is making it very difficult for price towards. You see the daily level. It's going to be very complex for you to see the level unless you change it to a line chart. So you can see the support over here. That's what is making it very difficult for it to break through. But let's see lending open. Let's see what lending open will do. Okay, because this one I've been seeing exhaustion of the sorry, you have been seeing exhaustion candles, multiple exhaustion candles. So let's see what if it breaks below, then we take the sell. That's what I want to see. If the candle breaks below this one, then we take a sell. So let's move to USD CHF. So let's see with USD CHF, when you move to the monthly time frame, there's no levels. So the monthly time frame, all the trend is what? Uptrend. We're having this key level over here. We're having this key level over here at the weekly time frame. So when you move to the daily time frame, so now you notice or you realize that what the weekly time frame is an uptrend, but when it comes to the daily time frame, you see the consolidation. So even as I saw maybe price breaking out yesterday, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's going to continue, but it ended up what coming to the zone again, the range again. So the range continues. Okay. So if you are confused when the range, you are not seeing the various levels, you change it to a line chart. So you can see the level, the zones. So you see the consolidation. So for now, the structure on the daily time frame is not that clear. The structure is not that clear. So it looks like a downtrend. You can change it to a line chart. So the daily time frame is a downtrend for now. So when you move to H4 time frame, H4 time frame too is a downtrend, but after identifying the direction of the market, we need to look for what the various zones. So you are seeing you are not having enough zones for us to be trading on. You get it? This is the only zone. When price is coming back, it is coming back to this zone. So measuring the zone, it's 10 pips, which is not enough for us to take trade within. because price, you don't know where price is going to close. So assuming maybe since the forex market is very volatile, price might close around this level. So if price close around this level, if you are taking a sell, it's going to be less than taking 9 pips. Taking spread from it is going to be 6 pips or 7 pips, which is not enough. You get it. And one thing you have to note is what price too is not going to get your take profit most of the times exactly on the level you indicated. You get it. Price is not going to get to that level that you indicated exactly most of the times. So you need to factor all those things into consideration. So you need to have a bigger range, okay, so that if you deduct all these things from, you are going to be getting enough when price is moving in your favor. But if the range is not that big, it's not something you have to be going for. You get it? It's not something you need to be going for. So currently, price is what in a range. Price is consolidating on USD CHF. Price is consolidating. So there's nothing better for us to be going for. So yesterday, as it broke out, it gave us what a nice opportunity. It gave us a nice trade opportunity that you were thinking price is going to continue. When price closed around this side, what you just needed is what to wait for a bullish candle to give us the support, then we take the buy. And the range too was it was enough for us to take the buy. The range was enough for us to take the buy, 29 to 30 pips. Okay, it was enough. But it ended up the candle ended up breaking below this level. It ended up breaking below that level. So GU is still trying to be like, it is breaking, it is not breaking, I'm going up, I'm not going up, I'm going down. So as I'm saying, the period that we are in, you need to be very, very careful. Other than that, you are going to be giving your money to the brokers. You need to be very, very careful. You get it? You need to be very, very careful at these times, because we are in volatile moments or volatile period. The US election is about, there's tension over there. Okay, so any pair that you are pairing it with the US, you're going to be seeing some spikes and those things. So this is the time to make a lot of money, because if you get a trade moving in your favor, you can swing it for long. It's going to move very. So you see, yesterday we saw a lot of volume. So you saw a lot of volume. So if you get a trade going in your favor, we're going to be getting such. We're going to be part of those moves, okay. But you need to make sure you are waiting for confirmations before you even make a decision. So it looks like price is not coming back. So now the tip has been broken. Okay, so the chances that price is going to continue up is very high. But I just want a flip. So it depends. Okay, it depends. But I just want a flip. If the candle flip, then I'll take a sell. Okay, if the candle flip, then I'll take a sell. If the candle flips, then I'll take a sell, because you're having enough, even though the range is not that enough, but we can still be taking advantage of the sell. That's what I'm looking out for. So you see, the thing is trying to wick down. So it is wicking down. Okay, so always structure is king. always structure is king. Don't go against the majority of the time frame. So USDCHF is making a move to the upside. Can't we jump into the up level? Now we can't take a buy now. You see, so Patrick, one thing you have to notice what in the forex market we haven't set up an entries. Okay, there are two different things altogether. Setups and entry. Okay, you haven't set up. So with GBP USD that I'm talking about, the setup is there, but there was no entry. The trade that I was talking about yesterday, it was a perfect setup, but there was no entry. So it is two different things altogether. You can get a perfect setup, but the market is not going to give you the entry. Okay, if you are not getting an entry, you just need to what? Stay out from the market. You get it? So when you move to the H4 time frame, so based on the time frame you are focusing on, the H4 has what? Broken, retested on a key level. This is a perfect setup to take a sell, but there was no entry. So when price has gotten to what? A support. So that's why even with the with the 30 days bootcamp, those people that I'm teaching, I told them about this thing that I don't use sell limit and buy limit because that thing is very risky. When you use, suppose maybe I use a buy limit over here, that means what? You are not going to wait for confirmation. You are just going to price. The market is just going to trigger you without confirmation. So that thing is very, very risky when it comes to buy limit and sell limit. Okay, when it comes to buy limit. So as price has got to this scale level, you need to, what are the things that you normally factor into consideration before you take an entry? Okay, so I will either wait for what? A support to be created, then what? I will get price to form a support, or price to give a support, or form what, or create a support or a resistance, then I'll take a sell at the H4. If the H4 is not giving something of that sort, then I need to wait for, go to H1 time frame. So after I move to H1 time frame, I need to wait for structures to shift in my favor. Okay, now the structure is up, so I need to wait for a shift in structure, something like this. So now what, the moment I see something of this sort, I will notice that price is currently what? A downtrend. Okay, before I what, maybe look for a pullback, then I'll take a sell. That's what I normally look for. Okay, but the M30 gave me something. So you see what M30, the structure, the pattern you are seeing on M30, perfect example of what I was expecting to see on what? H1 time frame. You get it? This is a perfect example of what I was expecting to see on what? H1 time frame. But it never gave me that thing on H1 time frame, so I didn't take the trade. You feel me? So you have to know the difference between setup and entry. So that's why most beginners lose money, consistently don't see profitability in the game, because they don't have entry criteria. You need to know what you normally look for before you enter a trade. So this one really cost me a lot before I even figured this out. I lost. And one thing about me is what, when I lose a trade, I just sit down and what? Analyze myself. Why did I even lose that trade? Why? Asking yourself why questions. Asking yourself why questions in trading will really build yourself very fast. Anytime you make a mistake in the market, ask yourself why. Why did this thing happen? Why? Ask yourself why questions, and you're going to find it out. Okay, so I wasn't going to take an entry like this. So even though this one even USDCHF, nothing shows it's going to move up, nothing shows it's pointing up. What shows it's pointing up? So you need to know the time frame to that you are focusing on. Trading demands a lot of things from you. So which time frame does it favor you? So because a lot of people are focusing on many time frames, so you need to know the time frame that you are going to focus on. Some people don't even bother to look at the daily time frame, the weekly time frame. What they move straight to the H1 time frame, they do their analysis, and they are gone. Okay, so with trading, that's what makes the thing very difficult. We don't have a standard way of doing the thing. Everyone is doing things differently based on his what knowledge level and an understanding. Okay, so I'm also doing things differently based on what my experience level and what has given me success. Okay, so you need to, it's all about rinse and what repeat. Focus on what is giving you profitability, and you do the same thing over and over and over again. You get it? Because everyone is seeing the market differently. So when you have a plan, you are not going to feel FOMO when you are not going to join any signal group for the person to tell you buy at this level, sell at this level. And even if you see someone giving you a signal, because of your understanding level, you will notice that this thing is not in my trading plan, so it doesn't fit the way I trade. But if the person is naive, if the person doesn't understand anything, the moment someone says buy, he doesn't know why the person is saying buy, and he will just execute. At the end of the day, when you lose money, then you start crying. You get it. So you need to have set rules for yourself. So as I said, the thing is flipping. You get it. So let me tell you something. I was in one group and someone just said GBP USD is going to buy. A beginner, someone who doesn't know anything about the forex market, is just going to place in buy. I just want to make money. Then the person will start buying. You get it. But doing the analysis, this one doesn't fit the way I trade. You get it. It doesn't fit the way I trade. So I'm not going to execute. You get it. What I'm going to wait for is what? Wait for this one to flip, close below, then I'll take advantage of this small zone. So it's almost, this pattern is almost similar to the trade we took the other time on is it GBP It's going to be similar to it's going to be similar pattern. Okay, so you need to understand the market. Don't just be jumping into trade just because someone has said buy, someone has just said sell. If it doesn't fit the way you trade, don't execute it. Okay, because this one, money is underlined. You are using money to bet, you are using money to trade. So you need to always make sure the thing really fits the way you trade before you execute. So this is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the candle to flip, close bearish, then I'll take a sell. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'll be looking for. That's what I'll be looking for. So USD CHF, there's no trade, okay, because the high time frames, I'm a high time frame trader. Looking at the high time frame, it's all downtrend, and even the daily time frame is ranging. So there's no trade for me. So those who look at the M30 and H1 might see an opportunity on it. But for me, there was no trade for me. You get it? There was no trade for me to execute. There was nothing, because we are seeing a lot of consolidation. And one thing you have to notice, what anytime the market is forming on consolidations, when you have a lot of consolidation on a particular level, one thing you need to understand is what the market is going to what range. You get it? So if you are checking GBP USD, you see how price is struggling because of the zone over here. Price is really struggling to what come down. You get it? Because of the consolidation over there, price is really struggling to come down. You get it? Price is struggling to come down. So that's the importance of what ranges. Okay. So if you look at the lower time frames, for instance, you see price try to what? It tried to what? It tried to break the zone, rejected it. It tried to break the zone, rejected it. Tried to break the zone, reject. So the zone has been rejecting it. Okay. So you need to always make sure what you are not trading in zones. So we're having a lot of zones on USD CHF at the meantime. At the moment, you're having a lot of zones, a lot of consolidations. You're having a lot of consolidation. So what is telling you is that what when you're having a lot of consolidation, price is going to what gets rejected. You get it? Price is going to be rejected by the zones. The zone is going to reject price. So you see, as this one is trying to move, it is being rejected by this one. So when you have a lot, so when you look at the H4 for instance, you are seeing a lot of consolidation. So this should tell you that what price is going to range. So you see how price is struggling to head up at the higher time frame. When you see a lot of zones at the higher time frame, one thing you need to note or understand is price is going to range. So we have a lot of zones. Okay, the price is going to range if price is heading up, because see how strong this zone is. You get it? So there's no trade on USD CHF for now. What I was looking up to the GBP USD to to give us. Okay, so I think he decided to move up. So 6 pips for now. So the next level is going to reject. This level might reject price at the H4 time frame. So maybe you might see rejection over here. So you see, as price got to this side, you are seeing that rejection. So maybe this level might reject price to come down. But we don't know unless the market give us a first hand. It is really moving. So I just want to take a sell. But before that, I want to see price moving down before I'll go in for the sell. So this is just a minor pullback. This is just a minor pullback. So let's see GJ. So when it comes to GJ, so you were having this gap, okay? You were having this gap for price to fill, and I think it's going to be filled. But when you look at the daily time frame, you see the weak rejection over here. Sorry, you are not having any wick at the top of the candle. So one thing you need to know is what this candle, before it will close, most of the times it's going to create the upper wick before the candle will start moving up. You get it? It might close the upper wick before the candle will start moving up. But since it hasn't closed, this is the daily candle. So the daily candle was supposed to open with a wick, but it's refused to open with a wick. So maybe by the end of the day, the wick will be created. So when you move to the monthly, let's indicate or identify the various levels. We're having a rejection level over here. When you move to the weekly time frame, so the weekly time frame, you're having what's the support level over here. At the daily time frame, you're having a rejection level. Okay, so if price is coming back, it's coming back to these levels. So we are having a wick, we are having a gap. Okay. So yesterday I explained to them why gaps are created and how you are going to know if there was a gap in the market. So we are having a gap over here, and most of the times gaps are supposed to be filled. It needs to be corrected. This is inconsistency in the market, in the formation of candle. The gap being filled. Okay, the gap being filled. So when it comes to the daily time frame, price is currently retesting on this daily level. Price is currently retesting on this daily level. We're having daily level 2 over here. So moving to the H4, you see the daily is what? An uptrend. Moving to the H4 time frame, you can see the candle has broken below, or it looks like it is retesting. The candle is what? Has it broken below, or it is retesting? Okay, it looks like it is retesting. Yeah. So it is retesting. So what are you expecting? Trend continuation to the uptrend. So when it happens like that, what you can do is to wait for an entry. So this one, we're having a perfect setup So price is the next level price is going to what? Get to. So you're having a perfect setup, but there's no entry. So you need to wait for an entry. So the entry can be a market shift, because I don't buy on support and resistance levels. I need to make sure I'm looking for entry. So you have to wait for price needs to shift, because the lower time frames are all downtrend. So you need to wait for a shift in structure. So maybe you need to wait for a breakout, retest. So I'm a very conservative trader. That's how I am. I don't rush trades. The way I trade is very, very conservative. That's why my my frequency of trades is very low. I'm very, very conservative. Okay. So when my frequency of trades are very low, my win rate is very high. Okay, my win rate is very high. So I want to show you something. I want to show you people something. Let me show you something. You need to understand the way you trade. Okay, you need to really understand the way you trade. If you don't understand, you will just be following blindly. So this is my funding pip dashboard. You see, currently I'm up 2% on the account. I hope you people can see my dashboard. Can you see my dashboard? It's not showing. So if you can see my dashboard, yeah. So currently I don't take a lot of trades. Okay. So sometimes I can go a week and I've taken only one trade, because I wait for a high confirmations. You get it? So normal. So I want to see check. So okay, these are the trades that so far, the challenges that I went through. This is the first phase. This is the second phase, and this is the master account. The master account, I've taken number of trades. I've taken 2 trades so far. Let me check the dashboard. Yeah, I've taken 1 trade, but I think it was, yeah. So you see, only one trade, instrument profit analysis, only one trade, GBP USD. It's not that I don't know how to trade though, but I need to wait for a high confirmation. So I've taken only one trade. You get it? Only one trade. Only one trade on the account, because most of the things that I look for. So my win ratio, you see the win ratio 100%. So let's check even the previous accounts. So far I've made 2%, only one trade, and even this trade I didn't manage it well. If I supposing I manage it well, I would have been in 5. One trade would have given me like 5%. One trade would have even given me like 5%, but I didn't manage it well. So that's why I was impulsive, closing trades not supposed to close. So you see this one, these are the faces. Okay, these are the faces. So let's move to the dashboard of this one and see the number of trades I took. With the first phase, I think like with the first phase, I didn't get any losing trades. I didn't get any losing trades. So you see the win ratio, 83% for the win ratio. So these are the trades I took. This one, I think I input something wrongly. So you see, they were all what? Profit. I'm very, very patient when it comes to trade execution. Trading, if you are not patient, you are going to find yourself like, it might look like the thing doesn't work. You need to understand what works for you and consistently be doing it. That's all about trading. Don't be following blindly. So those who think every day, as a beginner, most people think every day they should take a trade. So these are the trades that I took, and it's sometimes it took like 2 months for me to pass one phase and other stuff. I think the last one, for instance, so only one currency pair. It was only one currency pair that I traded. So GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD. You get it? Only GBP USD, GBP. I think it was only the second phase that I took Euro USD at some time. It was the second phase that I took Euro USD for. So let me check the win rate on this one. So this one, the win rate was 80%. This one I lost one trade on it. So I lost this trade. The rest were all what's profit, all the rest. I took €1 USD sometime. Yeah, I took, and that one even came into break even. You get it? The rest were all GBP USD, GBP USD. So you need to understand the way you trade, guys. Trading is not a rush. Trading is how should I even say it? You need to know what works for you. Be patient, be calm. It's not about taking trades every day. For me, I'm not pressured at even one. I'm not pressured. I'm very patient every day. So those who think I don't even trade, I just like maybe just advise. You see, I've showed you my dashboard. Yeah. I trade, okay, but I'm very patient. I wait for the right, and even with the master account, I'm in profit, and I'm trying to make. I'll be withdrawing maybe today is Tuesday. Normally I requested for 2 weeks payouts. I don't know whether the time is due, so I'll try and request for payouts and see whether. So let me see whether can do it on the stream for everyone to see. Some 2%, maybe they are going to give me like 80% of the distance. So let me see whether I can request for payouts for you people to see. So those who are joking with trading, you people take it seriously. Where is the payouts? So you see, I started funding company not too long ago. It was just middle of this year that I started with it. Before I was trading my own account. This year I said, let me try, and I've never failed. You see, some people buy the account and they will fail. They'll fail like 30 times. My first touch just passed it. And now I've even gone to the extent of making profit on the account. You get, this profit is not to my expectation. It's very small, but at least some people can't even. How many people have even requested for payouts? So funding companies are like brokerage companies. They are making a lot of money because a lot of people are losing. Funding companies are making a lot of money. The same thing in the brokerage business. The brokers too are making a lot of money. It's like the betting company too are making a lot of money. So if you want to be rich, then try and establish these companies. Either you be a broker, you open your own funding company. So you can see those who are who have been in the industry for long. Have you seen how they are popping up? Every second you are seeing funding company. Every second you are seeing, because there are a lot of money to be made over there. A lot of people are losing. A lot of traders are losing to the market. A lot of people are losing. So a day they are making a lot of money from them. The same thing in the funding company. So you can also do this thing. Open your own brokerage business if you have the means, and you're going to make a lot of money, because a lot of people are not patient to wait. A lot of people are just losing to the market because they don't have any set rules. I just want to request payouts. Today is Tuesday. I just want to request it for you people to see. Where am I even going to go? Okay, I think you go to reward also. I don't have my Bitcoin this thing. Yeah, rewards. So you need to just be patient with yourself, learn your strategy, and go by it. So you see, when I look at my funding challenge I went through, this is how you are going to develop a plan for yourself. So I need to ask myself, which currency pair did I trade it for me to get that consistent results? I write it down, GBP USD, because all the trades that I took were GBP USD. So that means what? I'm having edge when it comes to my edge is at what? GBP USD. So why do you have to go and trade gold? Because someone is doing. Why do you have to go and trade gold? And I have to ask myself. So after I've found my currency, I need to ask myself, what did I do to become? Why? What did I do to get that consistent? What strategy did I do? So now I'll go back to my past records. I'll go back to my past trades, then check how I analyze it what to make such money, to make such this thing winning trades, to get such winning trades. You get it? Then I'll just analyze. Oh, maybe I waited for this before I executed. I waited for this, and you repeat the same thing. You get it? And you repeat the same thing. You are not eligible for a reward yet. Next reward is at November 4th. So next week. So this week I can't make withdrawal. So next week. So next week if I'm on the stream, I'll do it for you people to see. So they said I'm not eligible yet. So amount in used, preferred payment. They want me to lose it again, but they lie back. They want to take me through next week. This week I have to be very, very careful when it comes to execution. So preferred payment methods. So I have to use crypto. So I will do it next week. So you enter your address over here. VAT number. Your VAT number. What's the VAT number? Okay, it's an optional. So I declare. So my payout will be eligible amounts. Reward percentage is eligible amount is 80. So you will receive. Hey, what's up? Request reward. Account balance is this $10. The reward percentage is 80. Eligible amount is this. Reward is this. Account balance. Profit split. Hey, why? Violated profits. No violated profit reward. I don't understand. You will receive negative 10. What does it mean? Then I need to chat their support team for them to explain things to me. Reward percentage. If the 10 is 100 and you are rewarding 80% of the person, are you supposed to give the person $10? Service fee. These people are criminal. I will look at it and see. I'll chat their support because I don't understand these things. Okay, so you are still waiting. So you are lending open. So you see price, the level is rejecting price. The level is rejecting price to head further up. So when it comes to trading, it took me a long time for me to figure it out. You get it? It took me a long time. So as I've been able to do it first, if we're able to do something at the first time, doing it a second time is not going to be. If you follow the plan, it's not going to be it's not going to be difficult. If you really follow the plan, it's not going to be difficult. So you see how the level has been rejected. I hope you people are seeing it yourself. How the level has been rejected. How price the level has rejected price. You get it. So guys, I've been at your level. If you are not profitable, if you are starting out, if you are struggling, I've been at your level before. Kindly stay patient. You get it. Kindly stay patient and know what works for you. That's all about trading. Know what works for you. Know what works for you. Okay. I've showed you my this thing. At least even if I receive $10, at least you are seeing the reward of what you did. You get it. You are seeing the reward of what you did, and you know you can repeat it. You can repeat the same process. So those who thought maybe I'm just making a screenshot, you guys are seeing it yourself. I know some people will say, "Oh, this guy is just making a screenshot of some things." I've opened the dashboard for you people to see. I know some people will doubt. Okay, so next month I'm planning of getting another one, but I was thinking these people are going to give me money too. I don't want to use my money to be doing these things. I just want to use the money from trading to be like the amount I'll be going to trade. If I make profits, I will use it for those things. So the first one like this, I bought the account based on the profit I made. I don't want to be using my own money to be doing those things. So I was thinking they are going to pay me. So that's how it needs to be done. If you are starting it out, make sure you are hot. Make sure you're having an account. You trade the account, you make profits on your personal account before you start going in for buying this proprietary firms, challenges, and those stuff. Some people don't know how to trade, they don't have trading plan. So these are the stages: stage one, stage two. Stage one, I took stage one, I took 7 trades. Stage two, I took 6 trades, and it was days traded, 6 days traded. Okay, so don't that's how you need to do it. Don't use your personal account, okay, to buy prop firms. What you have to do is what? Trade your personal account, make some profit on the personal account, then you use that money to what? You use that money to buy for these prop firms. Don't use your own personal money to trade. Don't use your own personal money to buy prop firms. If you make money on your personal account, you use that money to what? You use that money to buy prop firms. That's how it's supposed to be done. Okay, that's the best way to go by it. So his price isn't going to close below. So gold is on a resistance. These people, I don't really understand. Maybe they do some deduction before. So that's it. Don't use your personal account to buy prop firm at the meantime. If you have not figured if you have not figured it out how it works, have a trading plan. So have a small account, like maybe $100 account. You get it, maybe $100. Start trading it small. Start trading it small, and see whether you are going to be consistent on the account. When you become consistent, you make some profits on that account. You use that money to go in for challenges because now you've seen it or you've noticed what works for you. You get it? You notice what works for you. Then you use that money to buy for those things. But if you have not figured it out, don't try. You are going to lose money. Don't try at all. You are going to lose money. So price is very, it's making it, it should start flipping. So you are in lending open time. And one thing too, you're having a lot of instruments, a lot of currency pairs you can trade. You get it? So you need to understand what currency pair is really giving you profitability. Which currency pair is it giving you profitability? Then you stick to that. You get it? Then you stick to that. You can't be trading. Not every currency pair is profitable to trade. A lot of currency pairs are not profitable to be trading. A lot of currency pairs are not profitable to be trading. So my goal next year when we start the year, I'm just going to be taking some best students of mine, those that I'm seeing that they are consistent and they are showing progress in whatever they are doing. I'm going to take them along. Then we are take them along for them to be able to start these challenges, because there are a lot of money to be made over there. If you really understand what you are doing, you are going to be making. A lot of people have made a lot of money from this trading, these funding companies. You need to make sure you are going for a legit one. You can be making a lot of money from them. But if you know, that's when you know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade, you are just going to give your money back to them. You are just going to give money back to them. So you have to understand you really know how to trade before you can go in. Don't just jump into it because they said someone is making money, someone has made this amount of money from there. You don't know how to trade, and you are going to lose it. It's not easy. Trading is not easy. It's very simple, but it's not easy at all. Trading is not easy, because if you are following, some people are doing scalping, some people are concentrating on these time frames, other people are using trend line, and if you start at the beginning, you become very confused on which one to stick with. If you start at the beginning of your journey, it's going to be very difficult. So which one to stick with? Should you go for trend lines? Should you go for fair value gap? So sometimes I get messages that say, please, do you use fair value gap, order block, ICT, institutional levels, psychological levels, trend lines, this. You have a lot of you're having a lot of things to focus on when it comes to trading. So you need to understand the person that you are following, and you stick to that, because trading is very difficult. If I'm not telling you, trading is very, very difficult. It's an easy way to make money, but it's very difficult, frustrating. Trying to know what works for you, it's not easy. I swear, it's not easy. You can follow someone for more than years and you still not figure it out. It's not easy. So we are waiting for price to close below, but it looks like there's nothing promising on the chart. So today we didn't even check the fundamentals. So today is Tuesday. On the fundamentals at 2 p.m. we are going to have CB confidence, consumer confidence. So it's an indicator for consumer spending. So it's similar to inflation. So that will happen around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. I will not be around the charts. 2 p.m. I will not be around the charts. So they are expecting higher numbers as compared to the previous numbers. So inflation is high, consumer spending is high. So if inflation is high, interest rate is going. So it's good for them. So you are going to be seeing strength in the USD. You are going to be seeing strength in the USD. So that's the most difficult part. Like going the whole week and sometimes getting trade is very difficult, especially if you are someone who concentrates on the high time frame, focusing on only few pairs. So you guys saw how last time, as you started trading different pairs, the losses started hitting in. you started getting losses back and forth, back and forth. So that's how it works. If you're not disciplined, that's how the markets will do to you. And later will end up being frustrated. So since you're having multiple levels over here, if price is heading up, it's going to be very difficult, because as it's struggling to, you see the way price is now struggling to break this level, the same thing that is going to happen over here. Okay, the same thing that's going to happen over here. So unless it takes, when we have a lot of volume in the market before price can break out, you get it, before price can break out. So it's going to be very, very difficult. So most of the times, if you have a lot of ranges at a particular level, you are going to be seeing consolidations. Price will be moving back and forth, trying to break, come back again. So consolidation, unless maybe you're having a high impact news or volume time before price will be able to break out from the zone, and which is what's very, very difficult for price to do so. So now it has moved like 6 pips or so. So it is breaking out from the zone. It is breaking out from the zone. So we are in lending open session. So maybe by all means you are going to be seeing volume in the market. You are going to be seeing volume in the market. Currently, even if you're looking at the structure, you can see the structure is not that trending. Okay, it's in a sideways, it's not trending. So it makes it difficult for trend traders like me to get an opportunity. It makes it very difficult for trend traders to find an opportunity or get an opportunity on the chart. So as a trend trader, you need to look for when the market is trending before you can be getting opportunity. I just want to see how this 30-minute candle is going to close like. I want to see how it's going to look like. So with trading, if you find what works for you, you can be making a lot of money. You can be making a lot of money from it. So maybe if it flips bearish, we can go for. If it flips bearish, you can go short, like you said. Yeah, so that's what I'm expecting, because if you look at the H4, if you look at the H4, you can see the body of the candle has closed below the horizontal line. You get it? So the body of the candle has closed below. What I'm expecting is since this candle tried to break and now it got rejected by the level, the only thing that is going to give us confirmation, we can't take a sell now. We need to wait for the candle to this candle to close below. Okay, if it's closed below this one, then we can be taking a sell. But for now, we can't take a sell. We can't take a sell because nothing is showing a sell. All the candles are bullish. You need to wait for what? You need to see a bearish candle. Okay, you need to see a bearish candle. If the candle is giving, if we are taking a buy and the candles are bearish, it's not advisable to be doing that. If you are taking a sell and the candles are bearish, if you are taking a sell and the candles are bullish, It's not advisable to be taking trades like that, to be taking trades. Okay, so you need to always make sure you are seeing something that is in your favor. Let the market give you a first hand before you execute. Let the market give you a first hand before you execute. Okay, you apply risk management to that, then you execute it without fear or doubt. A lot of people, because of lack of experience, when even the trade setup aligns, because they are not having experience, they fear to execute. Is this thing going to go in my favor? Is this thing, don't be thinking whether it's going to go in your favor. The moment price has aligned the way you trade, just execute without fear or failure, because the market is all about probabilities. Okay, so the one that you are afraid to execute, maybe that one is going to be the probability that's going to be in your favor. So if you're fear to execute, then you're going to miss out with the probability. You need to execute with fear, without fear of failure. If you fail, you try it again. If you fail, you come back again. Failure is part of life. But in school, when you fail, it looks like you are not going to be a better person in the society. So it is breaking through. So as I'm saying, everyone sees the market differently. So if it is not in according to how you trade, let it go. So when you look at the H4 time frame on GU, we're having this rejection level, because currently the trend is what, a downtrend. So currently we're having this rejection level. So I'm expecting maybe price is going to pull back on this one. We are going to see a pullback, or maybe a pullback around this level. So until then, unless I see the market shifting structure, okay, I don't just jump in at the first move of price. This is just now that our uptrend have started. Okay, so unless I wait for the price to show me where it is going to head to before I will execute. So currently price is in what, a downtrend, even with the daily time frame. So I have to wait for price to shift structure. Okay, I have to wait for price to shift. So unless it breaks above this one, if price breaks above this one, then I'll go in for a buy for the meantime. And when it breaks, not just break, it needs to break and close. So this is the level. When price break above here, okay, when price break above here, before I would love to go in for what, a buy. Okay, when price break above, before I would love to go in for buy. But for now, I'm not interested in a buy, I'm interested in a sell. I'm not interested in the buy. So as I said, when we are in volume time, you are going to be seeing price breaking zones. The zones are not going to get respected. That's how it normally works. When you are in volume times, you are going to be seeing price breaking zones, price breaking zones. So at the meantime, I'm still waiting. Anything can happen. You can just see a flip. Okay. Because now these are the various levels that I'm talking about. So the moment those levels will break, then the structure has been invalidated to what? An uptrend. But for the meantime, since it hasn't broken, we have not seen what, a candle shift yet, a candle structure even shifting yet. So unless maybe the H4 break this one before we can conclude, now it is going to head up. Okay, before we can conclude. But for the meantime, it's still what, it's still a downtrend for me. That's how I see it. So as I said, it can reject this level, bounce back. It can reject this level, can reject price, bounce back. This level can reject price, bounce back. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So this game is a patience game, especially if you are focusing on the high time frame. You wait a lot. You wait a lot. So that's why it's always important to have something going on, so that you will not get worried or disturbed if maybe things you are not getting trade. You see, sometimes there was this saying that says the thief finds work for an idle. What do you call it? Is it something for an idle man also? So if an idle man, it is easy to be influenced by someone. So if things are not going on the chart for you, you need to find something doing so that it will keep you engaged. Because if you have something going on, you'll be disciplined because your mind is not on the money side to make money. You are not eager to make money. But when you see setups, you execute. Okay. When you see setup, you execute. But your mind is not. You can make living from trading. But for you to get your mindset right, that's what I'm talking about. For you to get your mindset on point, okay. For you to get your mindset, you can be making living from trading without even working, having an other this thing. You get it? Without even having an additional stream of income, you can be making money from trading. But one thing is what when a lot of people are concentrating on trading for their full source of income as their whole source of income, they become this thing. They become indisciplined because they want to make money, want to make money fast, 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 fast. It doesn't work that way. So you see, sometimes you can be waiting based on the time frame. And some people too will be worried and they will start focusing on the lower time frame. They'll start losing a lot in the lower time frames. So it's all about doing something that will make you disciplined in your life. No one it's going to be very hard for you to be influenced by someone. As I'm saying, price has been rejected by the levels that I talked about. So we are waiting for price to pull back. So it was just a minor pullback. So it's just a minor pullback. So we are waiting for price to close below. So calculating of pips. If you want to calculate pips, so you just use the price range tool. So this is the price. You just measure the range that you want to be trading. So you don't need to do the math. You just use the price range tool to be doing that. So this is a pips and simple. If you use the price range tool, you'll be able to do it with different numbers. How to know where and how to know your risk to reward. So your risk to reward is going to depend on your stop loss. So you need to understand where you are going to place your stop loss, and always your stop loss should be at a logical level. Okay, so this one, the sell that I said we are going to execute for the logical level where I'm going to place my stop loss. You see, if you move to the stop loss is going to be here, because this is the level that it seems what it's going to be very difficult for price to come back and break it. So so you need to place your stop loss. When you are placing your stop loss, you need to ask yourself, this level you are placing your stop loss, is it going to be very, very safe for you, when price is coming back, when you are getting a pullback, is it going to be very hard for price to what break it? So you see the various levels that are indicated. You see the levels has rejected, seeing it for yourself. You see how the levels price is really struggling to what reject, and you see the zone. So you see I was not having any zone within this level. You see how price moves straight to this side. You get it? But because we had a zone over here, you see how price was struggling to break through. When it comes low, price was struggling to break through. When it comes over here, price is struggling to break through. But in the middle of this one, price was just moving freely over here. You get it? So you need to understand. So if I'm placing my stop loss in this range, that means what? It is going to be very easy and simple for price to take me out. You get it? It's going to be very easy and simple for price to take me out. So anytime it's going to be very difficult or very simple for price to break, for price to take me out. So that's what do you call it? The various levels are going to come in, the various support and resistance levels. So you need to always place your stop loss at a logical level, a level that is going to be very difficult for price to take you out. So this one, if I'm taking a sell, my stop loss is going to be around this side, because I understand that if price is pulling back, it is going to be very hard for it to break this one, since it has come to this side, retested and bounce back. When price is coming, maybe if price pull back, this one for instance, if I'm happy, I would have placed it at what? The daily support, the daily currently support level. When price break, it's going to tend towards a resistance level. So this is the point I would have, this is the point I'm going to place my stop loss. You don't place stop loss in the middle of what? A free range, a range that you don't have support and resistances over there. You need to always make sure you are placing your stop loss at a level that is going to be very difficult. So something like this, if you are placing your stop loss, you are going to place it here. You get it? So the reason is what? If price is coming back, before price will break this level, come back and break this level, it will take a long time, unless you're having a lot of volume in the market, before price can come break this one, you get it? So you need to understand the level you are placing your stop loss. So if price is coming back, it is going to be, my stop loss is going to be below this side. The moment price gets to this side, I'm just going to be out from the market. You get it? So you need to understand this principle. The principle is what? When you are placing your stop loss, make sure you ask yourself this question: if price is coming back, is it going to be very difficult for price to take me out? These are the things that you need to be asking yourself. You get it? These are the things that you need to ask yourself. So you don't just place your, some people place their stop loss based on risk to reward. They want to get good risk to reward. That's why they put stop loss at a particular level. But that's not an important thing to be doing. When you are placing your stop loss, you need to always ask yourself, is this place a logical? That's why my risk to reward normally varies. Okay, sometimes I can get a good risk to reward. Sometimes too, my risk to reward is going to be maybe 1-to-1 or 1.5. Okay, or sometimes too, it can be negative risk to reward. So based on where I'm placing my stop loss, you get it? Based on where I'm placing my stop loss. So if my stop loss level is not at a logical level, then I'm not going to be taking the trade. So you need to understand that. So now price has been rejected. That price was moving. I said either price is going to reject at this level or reject at this level, and exactly it is doing so. So now you are waiting for the H1 to close below this one. If it's closed below this one, because at the initial stage I told you all the time frames are heading down to buy. Don't go against the trend. So if you understand this principle, you are going to predict the market like you are an insider. You know what is going on at the back end. Yeah, so you need to understand the principle. So the market is like a language. You need to understand how to read them. If you understand how to read it, it's going to be very simple for you. You're not going to be at the wrong side of the market. So we are still waiting for the closure of the candle. So now it is moving down. It is moving down. So when you use the price range to calculate your pips and you are using 0.20, so all you have to know is how much you will lose from the trade and how much you will gain from the trade. Yeah, so you need to, and that's the risk reward. So the stop loss is going to help you to know the monitoring value. So the stop loss, you're going to calculate your pips in monitoring value. So it's going to help you to know the monitoring value. You get it? It's going to help you to know the monitoring value. So with that one, I can't teach it on the stream. Other than that, there's no need for you to get a mentorship course. So you can join the private group and I'll take you through. Or we are having an ongoing boot camp, okay? Now, last time, as I said, we are starting the mentorship. We are starting the practical side. So those who are not yet part, there are a lot of things that I'm teaching them that you might not be getting it on the stream. Okay, so you can join the 30 days boot camp. We just started a practical session. So you can just join the 30 days boot camp and we'll take it from there. We are learning a lot of things, and I'm hoping by the time we will finish with the 30 days boot camp, I want to see some people seeing results, being analyzing it themselves, making money for themselves. It doesn't matter, or you don't have to be trading the pairs that I trade. But the most important thing is what you being able to analyze it, seeing what works for you. That's the most important. So that's the goal, is to help some people to find out what works for them. Okay, giving them the basic principles. So that we have some basic principle that you need to understand about how to trade the forex market, especially how to read. If you understand how to read the market, you are not going to be at the wrong side of the market. So you see, as I said, I'm not going to look for buy, I'm looking for a sell. I'm reserved. But if you are a beginner, it's going to be very difficult. A lot of people don't even understand their directional bias. So if you come to the market, you need to understand the directional bias. So you've been seeing me drawing levels, how price is respecting those. In the 30 days bootcamp, I'm showing them how to draw those levels. I'm going to be showing them how to draw those levels, and I've been seeing how price is respecting those levels. Okay. So on the 30-day training, as we are doing, as it is ongoing, I'm going to be showing them all these things, how to draw the levels, how price is going to respect. You guys are seeing it, how price just retested on level and got it went back. You get it. So you are going to base on those levels to make decision. You are going to base on those levels to make decision. My strategy is like 80%. It is having 80% win rate. My strategy is 80% win rate. So if you don't use stop loss, that means you accept that you want to blow your account. Stop loss determines the amount you want to lose in the market. But if you don't use stop loss, That means you've accepted that you want to blow your account, and you don't know when. If the market is moving, you don't know when it is going to stop moving. You get it? So that's why we use stop loss. Stop loss is there for us to determine, in case maybe price is not going according to the way we plan. This is the what amount of money or the percentage you are going to be losing in the market. That's the meaning of stop loss. So if you are not using stop loss, that means what, if price is moving against you, and one thing is what, you don't know when price is going to stop moving, you accept the risk that you want to. If price moves and never stop, you have accepted the risk that you want to blow your account. You want to blow your account. That's it for stop loss. Yeah, so as GJ tested, one thing about GJ is, so this is the setup that I'm talking about. So the market has given out the setup. So break rate tested on this level. You get it. So the level was very strong. Yeah, so the level was very strong. So price rate tested on the level, but there was no entry. So when price rate test on the level, you need to look for a shift in structure. So there was no entry. The price is moving up. So this around 6:30 started moving. So it shifted structure at the 13 M15. So this point could have been the entry level, but that's not the way, according to the way I trade. So it's still consolidating at that particular level. So this week too is an NFP week. As I said, this week is an NFP week, so we need to be very, very careful with NFP weeks. We need to wait for right setups for us to execute. So price is trying to break. It's still trying to break, but it's finding it very difficult for price to break. And you take the so now it is moving up. Moving up. So it's left with 11 minutes for the candle to close. So if it's closed, trying to break above. If the candle breaks above this one, then the only place that you can be taking a buy is at this point. That's I indicated. This is the only point, or this is the only place I would love to take a buy, unless price break above this one before I'll be interested in the buy. I'll be interested in the buy above this level, but this level is full of ranges, lots of ranges over here. So that's why price is being slow at that level. That's why it's being slow at that level. But if the H4 candle to close around this side, if the H4 close around this side, then it's going to be like what happened yesterday. if it's close around this side, then if price rate test on this level, then we can be getting a trade if we have a market structure shift around this level, or maybe a candle close giving us a support, then we can be taking a sell to this level. So that one too is going to give us H4 candle, M30 candle closing bearish, giving us a support, then we take a sell. That's what you are going to be looking for in case maybe it happens. In case maybe it happens. But for the meantime, it's still consolidating, it's still ranging. I'm even surprised because we are in volume time and I'm expecting price to move heavily. If you are in volume time, lending open, I'm expecting price to move heavily, but now price is ranging. Price is ranging at this point. So I don't buy on levels. I don't buy and sell on levels. I buy and sell on what based on the structure levels. I think the buy is doing well. But I see since the candle hasn't closed yet, I see it to be what? Just a ranging. Just a pullback. If the candle hasn't closed, it's just a pullback. Unless the candle has broken and closed below this one before it will be confirmed a structure. But since it hasn't broken and closed, I see it to be what? Still in a range. Okay, still in a range. So you need to use stop loss. If you don't use stop loss, it's not advisable. You don't use stop loss. Someone is it advisable to use stop loss? Yeah, you need to use stop loss. If you don't use stop loss, one thing is what you see with this upcoming election, you don't know what exactly is going to happen in the market. We're having a lot of fundamentals, a lot of rumors going on in those things. So the market can just stop you out without you being aware. So always make sure you are placing a stop loss, even if it is not a logical place. Make sure you are placing it at some point, because if you really cherish your account, then stop loss should be important to you. Unless maybe you don't cherish your account. If you don't cherish your account, then stop loss. You need to esteem stop loss. If you don't esteem stop loss, the market just a high impact news, an economic impact up, and you blow the account. So always make sure you are using. So GJ can move very well, but the moment you enter, then it will start fully. The day you don't enter GJ, it will move very well, but the moment you enter, then everything will start messing up. So 31 pips. This is just small. According to the stop loss, this is just small. The day you enter GJ, then it will start moving very nicely. But the moment you enter, then everything will mess up. USD was a pair that has disappointed me this week. It is a pair. So the reason why it is moving slowly, as I indicated, because of the ranges over there. We're having a lot of ranges. A lot of ranges. It would have been a nice buy if it closed around the side. You would have been in what? It's massive profit by now. It would have been a nice buy, but it's just spot. Everything got spot. Everything got spot. Yeah, so the candle structure is breaking. The candle structure is breaking. So the moment it will break the high of this one, then everything has been invalidated. Candle structure has been validated. So then you need to wait for the candle to close for an additional confirmation. If the high of this one, if the tip of this one gets broken, then everything has been invalidated. So unless you wait for the break, the closure of the candle before we can go in for a sell. We can go in for a sell. But for the meantime, I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting for what will happen. So now the way it is closing, the H4 candle hasn't closed yet. Okay. So the only resistance level is at this point, as I indicated. That's the only resistance level. So if the candle breaks the high of this one, then we need to wait for the candle to close, which is going to close around 9. If it's closed, so you see it is getting rejected. So if it's closed around this level, then you've gotten a setup. Okay, you've gotten a setup. So if you get a setup, now there's no entry. So you need to wait for a shift in structure. Okay, or maybe we can either wait for a candle. Since the structure is already a downtrend, we can wait for a candle. So this level is not going to be valid again. If the candle close around this side, then this level is not going to be valid. So the new zone you are going to be targeting is going to be around this side. This is going to be the new zone you are going to be targeting. So the new zone is going to be around 9 pips. So when it's very difficult when the market is ranging, when the market is not trending, it's very difficult. So one thing about the market, if you get a winning trade, you need to be very happy because it doesn't happen more often. It's very difficult to get a winning trade. Very, very difficult to get a winning trade. So maybe if it's close around the side, then if it's close around the side, then I will look for shift in structure, then take a sell. But for the meantime, there's no better trade to take. There's no better setups. So the H1 candle is going to close in the next. Yeah, so those who are asking me the broker I use. So I've given out the link is in the chat. It's in the chat box. Okay. So you click on the link, try Ghanaian, you're going to get 100% bonus. You click on the link to register, get your account. For Ghanaian, you're going to get 100% bonus. And one thing about them is what? They are very moderate. The spread is very, very moderate. And their support team too is very quick to respond to your problems or your issues. So you click on the link in the chat box to get your account. Then you get 100% bonus. And if you find your account and you get 100% bonus, you can be able to trade accounts for long. So even if you blow your account, you have an extra deposit. Okay, so you can build that account to get to the level that you blew it. You get, unlike maybe the other brokers, there's no bonus for you. If you lose your account, everything is gone. But with this broker, you're going to get 100% bonus. So you can trade with the account. If you blow your account, you still have an additional money to trade. So now the H1 has given us, the M30 has given us support. What's going on? So that's how the market works. Sometimes you can come to the market, but one thing is you need to show up. That's it. Okay, so that's making money. Is their consistency. Either they'll trade or not trade, they'll show up. Either they'll trade or not trade, they'll show up. So you need to show up every day. You need to show up every day. That's when you are going to get yourself familiarized. You are going to know the charts more, the patterns more. But if you don't show up every day, you know what? Yeah, Sakumano. Okay, I record. Saying so price looks like it is breaking through the zones. Price is just breaking through the zones. Price is just breaking through the zone. So there's nothing better. So that's how the game is. You need to show up. It's very boring though, but you need to show up because there's a lot of money in there. But since it is boring, you need to still show up. That's how trading looks like. But for me, it looks fun to me. I love analyzing and those stuff. But it looks boring if you are not getting trade setups. But you need to show up every day. You don't know when the opportunity will present itself. So that's how it looks like. So as I'm saying, I'll be waiting for the candle. If the candle is just ongoing, it hasn't closed yet. So I would love to see the closure of the candle around the side. Then maybe I'll go in for a sell. Other than that, then maybe unless maybe price break above the level that I indicated initially before I'll go in for a buy. But for the meantime, there's no trade opportunity for me. There's no trade opportunity for me. So I think the 8 o'clock ended open with more volume. Why? What's going on? Let me check the news. So there's no high impact news too. So what's going on? So the uncertainties that I'm talking about is what's happening. So this one can just flip since the candle open with no wick. It can just flip back. Let's wait and see. So I'll just call it a day because nothing better for me today. So let me check USD CHF and see. USD CHF is still in a range. So they are ranging during the lending session. Okay. So guys, since there's nothing better to look for, I'm just going to call it a day. So see you tomorrow. So those in the private group, in case I see an opportunity, I will let you know. But on YouTube, see you tomorrow. I'm going to continue in the private group. All right. So see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay.
So YouTube, see you tomorrow.